Where in the world are you?
I'm in Boulder, Colorado right now.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Getting
we
ready for.
played Boulder Theater last night, which was super fun, and getting ready to go play a festival in Aspen tomorrow. So in the West right now, in the mountains.
Gorgeous. Well, we're
Yeah,
excited for you to come to Toronto September 27th.
I'm so excited to be back. I literally cannot wait to be back in Toronto. I had so much fun the first time going there earlier this year, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to going back.
Amazing. Well, now there's 6 songs out now, which has me so curious about your set because you're doing a headlining tour. So what's going in there to that set of yours? Is it a full preview of new songs, some covers?
It's a 20-minute long headline set. I walk on I walk on stage and walk off. No, it's yeah, it is a bit weird to be going on tour with 6 songs, but yeah, definitely playing a lot of new ones, a few covers in there, and yeah, stretching it out as long as I can until hopefully, I get an album out by the end of the year and can do more tours with, 10, 15 songs out. That would be ideal for me.
We're excited. We're excited. Now, your hometown is a big part of your journey, a reference point. You grew up in Cincinnati. Go Bengals.
Oh,
And
yes.
what about that place has led? I'm curious about what about that place has led to such narrative driven songwriting? Is there something in the water I'm missing?
Uh, I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's like, it's I think it's just like a mixture of a lot of things. Like it feels, it has a lot of different feels to it. It feels like a small town, it also feels like a big city at some points. And I think just like growing up in the Midwest, you kind of feel like you're missing out on something or like you're overlooked, like it's not New York, it's not LA, it's very like flyover state. A lot of people call it boring, but like I don't know, it's where I'm from. It's like the only thing I really know or knew growing up. And I also think like the music that I grew up listening to was very like narrative driven and based off of like where people were from, and I've always liked that kind of storytelling. Like my mom was really into cool music. Like she listened to a lot of like heartland rock of like Bruce Springsteen and John Mellencamp, and they were always like singing about like their small town, or like Bruce was singing about growing up in the East Coast or whatever. So it's I've always just kind of enjoyed people talking about like the specifics of where they're from, I guess.
Hmm. I think the line "live out of cars and bars" had me thinking about John Prine a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, John Prine's one of my literal favorites. I love him so much, and that was another like one of those artists that I kind of grew up listening to in my mom's car, like John Prine and Jim Croce. That like storytelling kind of folk music that had just like I don't know why, but it made such a big impact on my brain. I remember as a kid.
I'm from a small town and I grew up, my dad listened to a lot of Van Halen and Patsy Cline. So I don't know
Oh,
what that says
amazing!
about
Man, you got
me.
the full spectrum of music there.
I mean, I haven't written a song, so wish me luck. But I do want to bring up Scared to Start. Obviously, huge tune, massive, massive tune. Again, pulling on the heartstrings. And I heard that you knew that there was some magic in this one. It was kind of one you held on to for a while. Can you tell us about what it's like to hold on to a winning lottery ticket and not cash it in for a while?
Man, I didn't know it was a winning lottery ticket. I thought it was definitely like one of the better songs that I had written. But yeah, so I was like in a band for a while, and I always had this song, and I never could really like figure it out. Like it was one of those things where like I think I had like 5 different versions of it. Like some were like really rock and all these different things. But um, yeah, it became this thing where like I just held on to it for so long and was so close to it, and eventually like found the right producer, and kind of like he kind of encouraged me to like let's just like strip it back and like do what you want to do. Like you've always wanted to make folk music. Let's just like put a guitar and a piano on it and just like let the storytelling kind of do the work. But yeah, it was always I have some like fun texts that I like looking back on from like I remember like the very first demo I made of it a few years ago. I sent it to like my booking agent, and he was like, "Man, I think this song's gonna be really special. Like, let's see where this kind of takes us." And it's really cool to like see stuff like that come to fruition, because in the music industry you get a lot of like, "Oh man, I can't wait to like see you blow up, can't wait to see you play arenas," and like you never know what's gonna happen, and it's cool to see someone like have faith in you and it come true.
I love that story. Now, is it kind of a song that has set the bar as a reference point as you work on new material now, or
For sure. Yeah, I think it's always gonna be, like, something that I try to beat, I don't know if I ever will, but it's also just, like, a good like, I'm glad that it came out, like, in the first 5 songs. Is it, like I think it just kinda gives, like, a baseline for, like, what I want my music to either sound like or stand for or something like that. Like, it's a good reference point to be like, "Oh, this is, like, what" kind of like the thesis for all of the music I kinda want to make. I want it to live in the same family as that song.
are you the kind of person, do you always follow your gut when it comes to songwriting?
Yeah, I feel like I don't really know any other way. Like,
Mm.
I'm not one of those people that can, like, write a song really quickly and, like or, like, like, do the thing of, like, sitting in a room and doing, like, a songwriting session and just, like, making a song out of thin air. I feel like, most of the time, it's something that, like, I kind of mull over for, like, months and months, and it's harder now that I'm on the road so much. I realize I'm not a great songwriter when I'm playing shows every day, but I'm definitely excited to kind of, like, get done with the touring for a little bit and work on kinda get back into the mindset of songwriting and just kind of locking myself in a room and seeing what happens.
Are there any notes from the road that you're bringing along with you into those songwriting sessions?
I
Anything?
think for sure, yeah, I think, like, just this whole past year has been or the past 9 months or whatever have been so impactful and really special. Like, I truly, truly never thought I'd be, like, playing music outside of my hometown and to go to, like, 3 different countries or no more than that now. It's just, like and to see, like, real people show up is such a it's, like, a really wild thing for me, and, like, all of these experiences that I truly thought I'd never have, I'm just, like, really grateful and, like, just trying to enjoy it. It's one of those things where it's just, like, you never really thought you'd be here and just, don't know how long it's gonna last, but just try to, like, enjoy it and have fun while you can and try not to let, like, the little things stress you out. But, yeah, there's been so many, like, situations and things that I've, like, learned in the past 9 months that I feel like have, influenced me as a person, and I always wanna write songs that are, like, I'm open about who I am. I don't wanna, like, write cliche, like, boring songs just about nothing. Like, I wanna try to, like, open up as an artist and write songs about my life.
Do you ever bring other people into the writing room?
I have before, yeah. I've written with some of my bandmates, and there's some people that I'm starting to like do a little bit more writing with, which is super cool. Like, I was a little scared of it at first because I was like, oh man, whatever this is gonna be like. But no, it's been really cool to like. I've done it a few times now, and it's also just like really neat for me to like learn how other people's brains work. Like, some people are like really quick with lyrics, and it's like cool to kind of be like, oh, I see how you're kind of like doing that, or like just learn more about from people that are way more talented than me is really cool.
Now, come on now. That's, I I do
There's some
enjoy
really
things.
talented songwriters out there that it's really fun to be in the same room as.
Of course. Well, we appreciate you taking the time, and why because I'm quite curious. I know there probably won't be like the Van Halen, Patsy Cline crossover song of my father's dreams, but,
Yeah.
but when you do get into those, the creative mode, what is I mean, is there pressure right now to get that record out? Do we have a timeline, or do you think you're gonna be
Yeah.
able to
I think I did feel a lot of pressure like a couple months ago. Like, I was like, "Oh my god, I have to write an album." But over the past couple months, the pressure's definitely kind of eased off a little bit because like I've written more songs, and it's like I'm realizing I have more time than I thought I did. But I definitely want to get an album like by the end of the year or like top of next year. I think that's like a good goal. I already have like a decent amount of stuff kind of I'm working on a decent amount of stuff, and I have a few things done. So I think, yeah, by I'm gonna definitely go on like another tour at the beginning of next year, and I'm 100% sure that there will be an album involved with that tour. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can stick to schedule. Hopefully, I don't like get like draw a blank and can't write a song for like 5 months or something.
I've got full faith in you. I've got full faith in you.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I need it.
Well, we, appreciate you taking the time. We can't wait to see you September 27th here in Toronto at the Opera House.
Yeah, I cannot wait to be back, and thank you for having me. I appreciate it.